I want to remember this day, for this is the day that I choose to leave fear behind and make faith my new best friend. I'm in Acadia National Park, and today's sunrise represents a brand new beginning for me. It's April 7th, 2018. It is also my 24th birthday. Now, I'm extremely excited about that, but I'm also a little stressed. Let me explain why. My name is Gabriel Sinclair, and this is my first YouTube video. A little more about me. I grew up in South Africa and graduated high school in 2012. But my life didn't really begin until I got accepted to the University of Stellenbosch to start studying law. I loved everything about student life. The dorms, the learning, the friends, the partying, the relationships, the lifelong memories. Everything. However, I was contemplating giving it all up for an opportunity to come to America. Although I loved the lifestyle and the constant learning, I wasn't fulfilled. I wanted to see the world outside the scope of a textbook. Now, given the fact that I was studying law at the time, I decided to build a case. Should I pursue my law degree or should I pursue my dreams? Ultimately, I decided that the path to my dreams has nothing to do with a piece of paper. So I booked my flight and packed my bags. It was my first international experience. I remember being on the plane thinking, now that I'm about to start an epic journey in America, I decided to write in my journal. I was 20 years old at the time, and I wrote a bucket list with one alteration. Instead of a bucket list, I wrote something called the 25 before 25 list. This list contained the 25 things I had to achieve before I turned 25. I wrote this list over 4 years ago and have since moved several times across the United States. In fact, I have not lived in one place longer than 6 months since I got here. All of that's just changed as I've signed a lease on an apartment for 1 year. Therefore, I decided to consolidate all of my belongings from all of the places I used to live to this very location.
Hey man, I just want to let you know that I'm moving out of our old apartment down south to San Diego. I found some of your old things, so if you could text me your new address, I'll mail them to you the first chance I get. Hope you're doing well, bro. Cheerio.
Now, upon opening the box from California, I found my very first journal. I honestly forgot about it, and I became extremely nostalgic upon opening and reading it. I felt the sting and salt of tears welling up in my eyes as the shame just washed over me. It was the shame of knowing that I didn't take more action over the last 4 years. It was the shame of knowing that I waited this long to demand the best for myself. Well, all of that's about to change. As of today, April 7th, 2018, my 24th birthday, I have exactly 1 year left to complete this list. Truthfully, that's why I'm a little stressed, because I'm going to do more in the next year than I have in the last 4 years of living in America. I mean, I still have my challenges today. Life has a way of throwing us into the deep end, and we all have our demons, but sometimes they strike before we're even ready. Because of the challenges that we face, we may become more inclined to take the easier route and can get caught in the trap of earning a living instead of designing a life. So I decided that I'm going to spend this year designing a life I love. If you, me, or anyone is going to live by design, then it's absolutely necessary that we take unconditional responsibility for our lives and everything in it. And therefore I started this YouTube channel for two reasons. Firstly, for a higher form of accountability to create meaningful content, and secondly, to create a community of people who are committed to living extraordinarily. And I define an extraordinary life as a life on your own terms. So I just decided to build a new case, and this time it was against settling for table scraps when a bountiful harvest is available. I am tired of listening to the voices and the opinions on the outside that have somehow become louder than the voice and the vision on the inside. I choose to listen to the voice that says I can and will accomplish this list, even if it's the absolute last thing I ever do. I've made my decision. I have cut off everything else in my life that does not relate to the completion of this list. You see, this list came back into my life. It was literally dropped on my front doorstep. It was as if my dreams were calling me to it and saying, "Hey there, did you forget about us? Did you forget about the time in your life when you used to believe?" Sometimes in life, your path becomes unmistakably clear. The only choice you have is whether or not you will walk it. I've made my choice. This YouTube channel will be about me documenting my journey towards actualizing my dreams and hopefully inspire others to do what most inspires them. Therefore, I have one question for you. Do you have your own list buried somewhere? Do you have dreams that are calling out to you?